Hey guys, Susanna here. Well, I am back again with my Journal of Stitchery, and because I've been away for the whole week since the last recording, I haven't really done any more to my love part. So, it's still being pinned down. That's at least being stitched down. I've started a little bit here because I had to do that. So slowly getting there, at least finished that other part. Well, this is what, remember when in that video I saw this and I thought that would be perfect, and guess, lo and behold, they have a video. Oh, here we go, I'll put that in there. They have a prompt that has vintage embroidery. Perfect. It was like they heard me. It must have been, it just happened. I think it happened like that a couple of times in the last prompts that I had. So I thought that is going to go in there. That's being sewn here. It hasn't been sewn there, but that's okay because we're going to. So it's going to be a nice and quick video because I've already placed it, but this is probably why I've got that there. Before I pinned this down, that's open, and I thought I might put another bit of fabric in there. So this is a piece of Cath Kidston that I have had. This is in part of my stash. I'm gonna give it a bit of a rough edge look. Okay. And I'm going to put that in. I'll undo that there as well. Underneath, it's just so pretty. It had more on it. I think, was that attached where? There, or somewhere along that. It was a bigger doily, and I cut it in half, and I actually, the other half someone has purchased in when I did my treasure hunt kits, and I only had, like I had 6 of these or 5 of these, and when I had I put that in with one of them because I thought I only need a little bit, but the embroidery is so beautiful. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a Corinne trick in this, and in order to mimic this, I am going to just stitch that down there, and then I'm going to seed stitch all of it down in between. So it's a quick one, but it's not a quick one. Oh my goodness, this is falling apart. I need to get that down. My French fabric, I really want to. So now, so it's gone a bit of, like, it was just a little piece, and I need to sort of get it in here, maybe go down. Wanted something that was going to cover that little corner, but at the same token slot in with my other bits. There we go. I think that will work enough. Probably not sticking out enough. Here we go. Move it over. You know what? I'm cutting some of that off. Got to make it fit. Is that the right side? Yes, it is. So another piece of my favorite, in with the favorite fabrics, which is what this collection was. Okay, what I might do, and I quite like that it's on a bit of an angle and the colours just go beautifully. There's a lot of blues in there, so that's going to bring out some of the pinks from over here. I'm just going to quickly have a bit of needs to be held down while I stitch. Okay, actually in that corner underneath this piece here. So we'll hold that down. This is why I wanted the frayed edges, just to make this a little bit more interesting. Can it go up a little more? I'd like it to. a little close to that. There we go. There we go. Just enough to see that. Have that going over there. Get my pins. Pin it down. Ugh. I'll pin it here as well. Bring it around. So I'm going to leave this flapping in the breeze. I think that would look good because it, you know, at least you can, it's covering that a bit, but that's just how it goes. One more pin in the middle just to hold it. So what I was thinking for today, I've got this pink, which I could probably just, you know, to do a quick running stitch, or even an invisible stitch. Where's my little, I think it might even have some pink in it already. That saves me a little bit of trouble. Okay, just going to do a bit of an invisible stitch to hold this down. I think it's starting to get a bit of a stitch in there, so I'm just going to hold that down, and then it gets pretty hard now. It's getting bigger. I'll use these smaller pins. It makes it, hopefully I'm not too close to myself now. And this is the colour that I've chosen just to do the seed stitching. It's just a Sullivan's, which is an Australian brand, a candle wicking cotton. I thought I just wanted it to be not as dark as that, but you know, to blend in the cream. So I'll just use a lot of that. Got that from a op shop haul somewhere. So where are we? I'll probably zoom in a tad. There we go. Oh, this is turning out bigger than Ben-Hur, this piece, I tell you. Now I'm going to just do a quick little hidden stitch, and then I'll do more. I'll make sure that it's over that piece. That's the whole point, because we want it to cover that piece. Already started stitching and it's not in the right position. See, check twice, stitch once. Have that go in there like this. Make sure that it's over a bit. There we go. Really want to make sure that it's covering that piece here. There we go. And then having that here, just so we know it's going to cover that. So really doesn't need a great deal of stitching. Just a quick, still very close, but you know, better. Okay, so I'll do a bit more running stitch or something on it a little bit later, but for now just a very quick invisible stitch just to hold it down so we don't need the pins and they won't get in the way. So how are we all going? Really enjoyed my time away. Oh my goodness, this is going to drive me nuts. Needed one with a bigger hole, no, even smaller. And this one, nope. Because the hole in this is teeny. Oh, and actually surprisingly easy to thread. Okay, here we go. Yeah, as I was saying, really enjoyed my time away with Corinne. It was so good. And here in Victoria, you know, it's quite cold. In spring it's still really cold. We're in spring now, but it was so beautiful to have such nice weather and walk around in t-shirts and stuff. And I texted her when I got home and said, this is what I wake up to. 7 degrees when it was like 20 something over there. I'm gonna get a bigger needle with a bigger eye. Oh. Come on, where are they? Oh, yeah, this is it. Yeah, so it was a bit of a shock, and I said, oh, it was 7 degrees in the morning when I woke up, and it was 2 degrees overnight. I mean, this is spring, people. My goodness, going to Queensland from Australia, like it took me 2 hours to get there by plane. In Europe, that's, you know, you're in another country. It is like being in another world, you know, they've got different plants, just even the architecture, because it got colonised, you know, quite a few years later than what New South Wales and Victoria did. I think because being English, they probably went over there, boy, that's too hot, and stayed away for a little while, because it is very hot in summer. Yeah, so come back here and it's jolly freezing, but as long as you've got a good heater, I prefer that. I really don't like the really hot Queensland weather. It doesn't sit with me real well. So it's fine to visit there in winter, or, you know, like when I did in end of winter, early spring. But it can get really hot. Whereas here, it's it can get cold, but if you've got a good heater, it's all good. I'm of the opinion, you know, you can be stark naked and still be hot, whereas when you're cold, put layers on, you know, and have a good heater, you're right. Okay, just very quickly do an invisible stitch, adding another colour. It's nice to actually sit down and do some sewing. I've been so busy with that's the trouble when you've got a an online store, you know, when that grows, my YouTube tends to suffer. And when I'm busy doing that, you know, like when I'm doing lots of videos, my store, you know, because I got to do shopping and packing and washing, and it's a lot of work doing these things. But I mean, I do enjoy it, but it's still a lot of work and it takes a lot of time. It's pretty much like a full-time job. So it's just nice to do some stitching, and I've got so many things that I need to do. Like I've got to do the seasons thing that Corinne's doing, and I've got my reel and my fabrics chosen and everything, and it's small so it won't take as long, so I need to do that. Too many projects, not enough time, I tell you. Anyway, I mean, this hasn't even been finished off, thread here, but oh well, just holding it down, that's all we're doing until I get this sewn. So what I want to do, what I'll do with you today is just sit and yap and hold the doily down, but I wouldn't mind doing it in the outside in a prettier colour rather than just the cream. So this should be right now, I think. What I might do is sneak over here, come and greet this little guy and go like that, and try my hardest at knotting it off so at least it's finished and it's not going to come undone. Hopefully I'm still in camera. It's all going to be underneath anyway. There we go, and one more, be on the safe side. Okay, underneath, can't see it. Okay, I need cotton, chuck that down, put that there, flip this over. So, what was I saying? Oh, I think as you get older, it's like when you go into a, you know, you're in the lounge room and you go into the kitchen and you're like, why was I here? I was only just discussing that with my friend the other day, my friend Mel, who comes over on every Friday. She comes over and does some, you know, stitching and sewing. She actually helped me yesterday to pack some extra threads. That's been a lot of work. I've basically come home from my trip to Corinne and made up all, because they were there, like I got these big boxes, 2 big boxes full of the fabrics just before I left, and I couldn't do anything, so I've made them and I've got them up, and they are selling pretty fast, and it's because they're such good value. I mean, yeah, they're really good value. Like if I wasn't selling them, I would be buying them. So I have just got a basic lot up because it takes a lot longer to pack them, but I've since then they've got, each of them have got their own tub and colour. So I've got, you know, neutrals and blues and all that kind of stuff. The blues and pinks and the olives went really quick, and I'll put this down here. So I've made up, I went there with my friend and I've basically packed up all of them, like as in they're all packed and ready to go. And I'm like, you know, you think 1,000 skeins is going to go a long way, but when you put 6 in a pack and you make up these packs, yes, it goes very fast. So they're all packed and ready to go, but I don't want to overwhelm everyone just yet with too many pieces. Is that really big? So I was thinking that. So what I usually do is, you know, hold it down. That gives it the colour, and then I think that's long enough. I'm hoping. I'd rather have too much than not enough. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so they're all in their little tubs ready to go. So I'd sold out of the blues and pinks. I think I got another, some of them have got 6, some of them have got, they're the same, like 3, same box, but you know, you've got to try and get the same skein. So I've got in the green and grey packs, I've got 9, but there's 3 of one lot, 3 of another one. So some of them are more like the pistachio and all that kind of stuff. So they are, I'm trying to make them up so that they're going to be working, and like all the packs have similar ones, so that I don't have to have multiple individual what am I trying to say, on my website. You know, I'd rather go these 3 rather than just having individual quantities, because it does take up a bit of space on your website. So yeah, I do have plenty. So if there was one that you wanted, like the blues, so some of them there, I've just left them on there, and you missed out, there is more coming. They'll be a bit different to what is available. Some will still be the same, but some will be different. But now there's some beautiful ones, and I've put aside, because one of the girls that is coming to the retreat, I was chatting with her, and she said, oh, I hope you keep some of the things for us at the retreat, because I'm going to have a pop-up shop. So what I've done, because I've got 20 spaces for the retreat, and so there's 5 more spaces left. I've put aside 20 packs that coordinate with the project that we're doing. So you know, they're going to be staying in my stash, and I'll be having them at for sale at the retreat. And so they're a pack of 6, so they're only 15, but they coordinate with what I've got there. And if they don't want them because they got their own threads, because I've told everyone to bring their own threads, that's fine, because I will be selling the pattern, not the pattern, my design and all that after the retreat. So whatever doesn't sell at the retreat, I will sell with the beautiful Village Life panel. Okay, I hope I'm making sense. I'm yabbering away. So yeah, see, it just looks a little bit nicer than having it plain. Might hold that there, so I can now get rid of one. Yeah, so it's all very exciting. Here I'm thinking of, you know, 1,000 skeins. I've got heaps, and when you start putting them into, you know, packs of 6, you know, get all the different ones. And then they were all pretty good, and then I've had a whole heap left, and I kept some for myself. And then there was the last one I'm doing, because you got, you know, dribs and drabs, and I want to make them, it's like a rainbow pack. They all have a blue and a pink and a green of some sorts. Some of them have got, look, this, I think there might be 6 packs of them. Some of the colours are the same, but it is what it is. They all coordinate in their own packs. So there's, yeah. So rather than saying leftovers, I wanted to, you know, and I even grabbed some out of my own stash to put in there, so that they would work together. I want them, there's no bad packs. They're all beautiful. I really love the purple packs. I think they are stunning. They're not real purple, all purpley. You've got, you know, magenta, and you've got mauve, and the different ranges of purple. See, look, that bit purple. Well, some of them have got that magenta. So in the purple packs that I've got, I think there might be 6, and half of them are in the warmer purple tones, and the other half are in sort of more cooler purple tones. So, but you'll see once I get the time to finally put them up. And, you know, don't want to be bombarding. So yeah, that's you know, work and stuff for another day, but at least they're done in their packs. Got photos, got to yet put them up on my website. And I'm also working on you know, some of the fabric packs from the haul that I did before I left to go to Corinne's with that gorgeous Sanderson and the gorgeous eiderdown in that blue. So a blue and a pink one coming. Blue tones and pink tones, which also includes that reddish. That one will have the that ticking in that one. So all behind the scenes, working. Gorgeous stuff. I've got such a big room full of stuff. My room is a mess. Corinne will be staying here over the retreat, so I'm like, okay, because I need to do, like, I've got flooring which is sitting outside, you know, it's undercover and in the boxes. It needs to go down here because when my son was living here and everything, the carpet and everything got wrecked. It looks terrible. So I really do need, it needs another paint job, and the flooring needs to be put down, and but that means I've got to empty it out. Maybe I need to organise myself. So having Corinne coming here is a good opportunity. Okay, it needs to be done before she comes. So before March, hopefully, I will do some more renovating on this studio, because it's not only the studio, it's the guest room. So so Corinne will be sleeping in my studio because it's a bungalow at the back of the house, and at the moment it's like, ugh, really needs really needs do over. So such a gorgeous doily. I think I found this at I've got 2 antique shops that I go to that sell the best doilies. They're so good. I'll be taking Corinne to those. Okay. Yeah. It's sort of a quick one, but it's not. But I thought if I get it down, I can at least, you know, it's down, it's out of the way, and I'm, you know, the prompt done for the next fortnight. I'll show you what I wanted to do for my mannequin as well. I've got a couple of pieces just sitting here. I was busy in the kitchen cutting up bits and pieces to put in the packs, and it's embroidered, but it's sort of like machine embroidered, I think. But there was another one for the vintage piece. Okay, here we go. And that's got to move out of the way. Yeah, so that may end up on there. I don't know. We've already got an embroidered piece on there. Whether I go, yep, that's part of it. And you're lacking in time and you're doing 2 because you're stupid. I don't know why I'm doing 2, but I am glad I'm doing it, because it's going to end up in my bedroom. It's going to be beautiful. It's been something I've been wanting to do for a while now. My mannequin. At least I know where that one's going. Where's this one? I'm not sure. I knew where my cut down the garden path was going. That's sitting beautifully in my laundry, hanging on in pride of place. It looks gorgeous. Okay, but because this is a real treasure, you know, because I've got a Corinne piece in here, and it's got lots of, you know, the beautiful doily that I got when I was doing the collaboration with the girls, and Jeanette from My Cottage Crafts gave me this doily. So it's got a lot of, you know, beautiful necklace, a lot of treasures. Piece from Joy, I think this one and that one. So yeah, I think I will hang it up. Okay, so that's where we're at with this one. So I will probably come back, that's sort of down, and finish stitching these. That's getting done with. I don't know if you can see it. If I turn it around, you can. There. I'm just sewing along here with this thread. Love this bit of lace. This was just a small find I found in France. So just little bits, little morsels and bits and pieces. Oh, I'm glad that's down. So I will probably. Where's that bit of pink? I may even come. I got that on there anyway. Might do a little bit of pink running stitch. What do you think, peeps? Hey, since I'm here, and it's not going to take too long, and I got pink in the thing. Okay, oh, it's gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, what's the time? Oh, 30 minutes. Okay, well here's my. I will do that, but I will show you. Here's my my piece. Ugh. Just taking it off the thing. Here's the actual thing underneath it. So I was thinking this is vintage embroidery. That's actually from France, and that's like a vintage embroidery. Still working on my. I even got the pin in there, but I was thinking I've got this. And see, I'm wanting to go in with the tones of, and maybe cutting that in half and having that either side, you know, tucked under or flowed under. Just adding extra, you know, because I'm going to go around, adding extra bit of dimension. So it's maybe that. But these are the pieces that I've got from, remember that the skirt, and this was the leftover piece, and it was like that. So I've got bits like that and then bits like this, and I'm like, oh, that's embroidery, vintage embroidery. So you know, that might even fit in really well, you know, because of the curvedness of it. It's not pretty, you know. Chuck that underneath there, put that under there, and to have it flowing, just gorgeous. Lace upon lace upon lace. And then I love this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some of this really, I've got that pretty pink there, and see how I've got the pink there. I might get some of that ribbon and go along here with that as well, and then just stitch it down in there, and maybe just leave it flapping, or just stitch a running stitch around that. I think as much as that other one is nice, I might still use it and do, you know, cut it in half, have one either side. I quite like to keep it a little bit uniform. So what do you think about that on this side? Still got this beaded lace thing that I really want to work on, and because it's a top, it does present a few issues. I do like that. Okay, that can go down. Pins, pins, pins. And once again, I got the bit that was a bit, you know, had the edging on there. Got enough of this. I think I got enough to 14 kits in this, with including these range. So it doesn't have to be old. If it works, it works. Okay, it's going to go there, and then I might just pin it there, and then that is going to be left open, probably because more fabric or whatever is going to be slotted in. It is rather difficult when you're sewing a garment, because the fabric does go a little funny. Oop, here we go. have that going down like that, like here. I'll show you. And here's what I was thinking of putting on the sleeves. I've got a couple of these beaded pieces, and I think I'm going to put that down onto the sleeve just to add a bit of prettiness. It's so gorgeous. Okay, so that's it. That's the underneath. So there we go. Yeah, because it's, you know, like you've got to stretch it out. Like here, see how that's really stiff? That's the fabric, and it's sitting down, but it looks really stiff. And I think once you get something going around, because it's being pulled in, it presents its challenges, but it'll be worth it. So there's that piece. Then I'll stick over the top of that. Oh, I like that. See that beautiful layer, lace and lace. Pretty, pretty. Probably stick something underneath there, so you know, this may find its way onto something else. We'll see how we go, but I love that. It just looks like a fan. So there you go. So that's me. Killed two birds with one stone, even though it's not stitched down. I've still got to finish that. At least it's, that piece is sort of had a bit of thought. Okay, we might put another pin in there. I'm going to need to work on it because, I mean, my goodness, I'm pinning everything. I'm going to run out of pins for all my work. But, oh, it's gorgeous. It's so pretty. Okay, well, I suppose I will catch you later. And so here's the piece for that. Might even, yeah, I love it. Take a photo and show you. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I mean, it just goes so well. When I saw this, I just fell in love with it. So by the time it's got all the seed stitching down, which will blend with the other side, this is going to be such a gorgeous piece. Okay, guys, well, thank you very much for watching. I may continue just quickly sewing that down while I've got this thread, and that's all I'll be doing on this prompt because, yeah, that's enough. And I need to start doing my season florals. So whereabouts is it? Here we go. Yeah, where is it? Come on, baby. Ah, I had it somewhere. Terrible. I thought it was in this little box here. Maybe it's in another one. Yeah, well, it's in the little binder, and I've got to work on it. So that'll be my next one that I film. Okay, thanks for watching, guys, and putting up with my ranting and obsessive talking. I will catch you on YouTube's and in the next video. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Bye.